Alright, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, the Blessed Dread playthrough. If you're just joining us, we are in a defense of one of our cities. It's being under siege by a vastly superior force. Like, they have some war drums, some wizards. Among other things, we have Shakara here. So we're going to want to hold the line with her, providing bonuses. She is a sword and shield, so she can do frontline stuff. Yeah, I think one dread spear down below is fine. I'm gonna move our dark shards directly over this gate. And then we're just gonna put these kind of spread out. See, I can move shades. This is big. Couple different groups here that we're gonna need to be worried about. So we can have these shades kind of hold that. We can use some bleak swords for our assault. I want all our bleak swords down there. And then I want 2 groups of spearmen. Alright. Let's see who we got. So these guys, we're going to make a group out of. I'm going to keep a dark shard group over here on this right wall. I'm gonna say all these dread spears. We're gonna send them all over here. Something like this. We should be in stock. So we're gonna let this sit in the back. I want to be out of the ranged units range, but I do want to be able to hit those melee. So something like that. I want these guys on the ground. I want them running through this gate to provide support. And then I want all of our melee here. I want these dread spears as bulky formation. And then we should have some bleak swords too. Bleak swords, dread spears. Oh, that messed that up. Hold up. Alright, we'll have them. Those are good. This is where it gets interesting. So we definitely want to have control of all these points. We want all these towers. And we don't want them running by. So the range on those towers, they'll start hitting everything. And we want to hit the gaps with the archers. So that unit's actually good. Honestly, something rather there. Covered. Looks... Well, I would rather see them up here. They go to the corner, they're going to get shot more. So we are going to stack spearmen all along these control points. Put them all into the gaps. We definitely want dread spears all up here. We'll have one group there, they can use support. Okay, so then we have 4 spare for reinforcements, basically. I don't think there's really a risk of them circling us, and I hope there's not. That would be terrible. Alright, and then we're gonna plug and play between these 2 points. These guys are just gonna be on the ground. We'll have them run up if they need to for clearance. Buffers. Buffers. What can we do to control the control points? Like we can put barricades in various locations. We cannot barricade right there for whatever reason. This is a supply for a minor supply location. Looks like we can build a tower. The range being 200 missile meters for all of them. They remove stalks, so that's something good we would want. Let's check if there are any tower locations we can place closer. I'm gonna assume there's one near here. Yeah, that should be this. That would be one if they break through. This right side. Yeah, I don't see any actual towers here. This is rough. So we can go ahead and put a tower there. And then we're gonna want another tower here. Just to start. Yeah. This supply point is going to be key. So we are going to want to jump out on this group. This is just going to be buying time. Can we hold it long enough? And we're going to leave what we've got there. I feel pretty confident we can hold this. Even through all the mortar fire and such that we're going to get. This. Nope. 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 Something more right there. Okay. think that looks good. We've used all our supply. We've got all our points. I'm a little worried about range doing what they do, but we're going to go with the fight. Alright, let's get all these through the gate. Yeah. And then we're going to want to sit on these ranged units with ours. Ooh. Looks like they cast on our units. Which is going to be what it is. We'll have our spearmen jump into that. Some of these bleak swords are going to go for this. Looks like they are definitely casting on our units. With what they can. So that's expected. Oh, looks like they have a hero over here. That's not good. Let's go ahead and push our spearmen into that hero unit. We want to eliminate some of this. Alright. Looks like that range is gonna just be the distraction for that hero. I'm not worried about these lancers. They have too many units in the way. We can go ahead and get all this as help. We're gonna run these around just as distractions. Pick up these guys. Good. Alright, we're gonna send our archers back through. I am gonna support... Oh, they busted through very quickly here. It looks like with their flying units. Alright, let's go ahead and get these under fire. I did not expect them to blow this up. Let's just say that. So we're gonna get help this direction. We're gonna move some archers down and spearmen this way. Looks like we did manage to hit a lot of these units here. All right, we're gonna go for the elimination on the lancers. That's not great that these are just chilling here. Yeah, the mortars are kind of crazy, is what I'm seeing. All right, we were gonna eliminate all that. Yep, that's not great. They're definitely going for the clear on our tower. With all these... Oh boy, that sucks. Alright, let's send... Those lancers are running totally the wrong way. So we're gonna go back for our control point. We've got to hold that. We can't do anything about what's going on there for now. Like, these guys are just running through our control points. Like, the worst way they could have retreated. I'm gonna send some of those units that way. Some semblance. Oh, it looks like they probably cast on our units to clear them out. Alright, let's get these involved. Yeah, our hero over here, we're gonna send him back. Alright, let's go ahead and build this up. Looks like we are gonna get our spear units back there to try and clear them. We're getting peppered right now by this mortary unit or whatever this is. They're absolutely killing our units from the backside. And looks like... yeah, they're able to fight us off. Not great. Let's go ahead and go for eliminating the flying units that we can. I really don't think we are gonna win this now. But they have too many heroes. Yeah. Can we get an elimination? Or are we all retreating? Why are we running? That's really annoying. Them having the ability to knock down walls was unexpected. And not great. So we are going to lose the city. And probably this here, our champion or lord or whatever you want to call her. I think she's dead. Shakara. Oh, how do I deal with this? Because they're going to send support armies from the north and the west along my entire front. And I'm going to have a bunch of land that I cannot defend. Yeah, she's dead. Totally gone. This is one we win. So they definitely were just eyeing us to attack on the back end. Unfortunately for them, I'm not real concerned. So we have a reinforcement again in that same region. They do not. So we're just gonna do our normal thing in this area. But this time we're going to be angled into the corner. Yep. We're going to spread wider with our range. And we're just going to use what we got. They're definitely going to run at us. I'm actually thinking we want to be more like that. And then we've got 50 seconds and we'll get reinforcements in. And we'll sweep through this valley into their flank. Because they are going to mortar bomb us, it looks like. Let's go ahead and run those forward. Or around a little bit. Alright, where are these rockets coming from? Is it this unit? Yeah, it's this unit. We're going to go ahead and hit everything we can on those. Just try and get them off the field. We're going to do that on their boss. Alright. Dreadlord here is going to move up. We've got chariots. We've got everything. Let's move forward. Hydras directly into these forces. Yep. We're going to use the Dark Sorceress right away on these. Yeah, I'm fine getting hit. We want to get a sphere going. Ooh. Buddy. Alright, let's get these chariots around this way. We're going to go around the backside. I want to hit all this artillery. Alright, right into this ranged. Everyone is going for all these ranged units. And then we are coming down the hill. Alright. And we are going to strike everything we can. Let's get our Hydras moved in. Ooh, they are doing a lot of damage to our hero here. Let's move him back for a second. Alright. Get this cannon. I want to hit this. I think our chariot's getting punked by that ranged unit, so let's keep him moving. Get one of these bleak swords here. And then we were gonna want a Spirit Leech. Alright, let's get them engaged. They do have their knight units going around right now. Let's see if we can eliminate some of that. And we're gonna get our ranged chariot unit around the edge. And get these as reinforcements. Alright. We're gonna want to try and hit some of these flying units. Okay, let's get ranged. Can I hit these? Alright, let's go ahead and just get ranged on the map here. Force them off the field. Alright, they're done there. Can't hit that, it's too high up in the sky. Alright, we're gonna want everything we can that can hit the flying units to hit the flying units. I want those off the field if we can get them off. Everyone. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot here. The Hydra's on that. Alright. Can we flame breath the flying unit? It looks like we can. Alright. Alt 3. Let's see about eliminating everything that can be eliminated. He is running very quickly. Yeah, our lord here got really hurt. I really would like them not to escape. Especially after the damage they did. If we can avoid it. We have 7 seconds on the recast. That may be the elimination we need. Got him. So we did get... Oh, they had 2 lords. This was another lord. Or a hero, maybe. I think we killed their primary lord, though. We did take 50% losses. So we definitely lost some units, I'm going to assume. From our reinforcements. I'll have to look at that. I don't know if that'll show. Let's see. No, we did not. They actually survived. The Admiral did not die. He is around. We barely won. Go ahead and replenish. So they are able to retreat. Yeah, they're not even healing. I think they're going to go for a full assault. Ooh, to try and push us out. And then I can't even do anything about our northern provinces there. The only thing I might be able to do is sue for peace. And give up another province probably for that. Yeah, I don't know how we would win. Having lost our western front. We also didn't get our units. I don't think. All right, let's go for the upgrades we have. Yeah. This is going to be rough. Since we lost the whole army, they're going to go for Zizu, which I would rather not lose. Like, I really would rather not. I want to see what our diplomatic options are. No chance, huh? So what cities would I be willing to give up so that I can continue to pursue... I know they're pushing in Kaimei corruption. So if I give up a city... Offer a payment. No, demand. So if I offer Kaimei, Oh, these are the only ones they want. Oh, they want more than one? This is not great. I would not like to trade Long. I would not like to trade Zizu, but looks like we may have to fight it out. They want Long very badly. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Well, Uthrak is going for the finishing blow. I don't... Yeah, we'll just end this here. I'm gonna stop this for this episode. Like, my brain is fried. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one.